Hey guys! In today's video, we're drawing a super refreshing glass of lemonade, complete with glowing lemon slices, ice cubes, and that perfect summery vibe. This cozy little illustration will take about 15 minutes to draw, and it's beginner friendly too. Along the way, you're going to be learning how to use the duplication tool to copy lemon slices and make everything look clean and sharp, adjust the opacity slider to create realistic see-through ice cubes, and layer your drawing just right so everything looks crisp and balanced. Before we dive in, if you love our art, you can wear it too. Check out our super cute t-shirts with original designs. The link is in the description below. So, open up Procreate, grab your Apple Pencil, and let's dive in. The first thing we're going to be doing is, of course, making a new canvas by tapping on this little plus right here and saying screen size, and making sure your iPad is in the horizontal position. The first thing we're going to start by doing is making a background layer, or a background color. And I have a color palette right here, which you can find in the link below, right here. And we're going to be using this first color in the first row, this yellowish color, and we're just going to drag it in right here. And then we're going to go to these little two squares, which are the layer menus. We're going to make a new layer by tapping the plus, and we're going to go to this little pink, the second color in the first row, this pink color. And for the brush, I'm going to be using round brush under painting. Opacity is at 100%, and the size is at, let's go for 5%. And we can zoom out on our canvas a little bit. Now we're going to make a line, and then hold with our Apple Pencil like this, so we get this perfect straight line. And we can tap on this line up here, this drop down. Oops, let's do that again. And we can move this around, make it very straight. And let's put it about a little bit higher than 1/3 of the painting, like right about here. And then we can tap to get out and then grab this color and then drag and drop into our space. Perfect. So now let's make a new layer, and then let's start with our glass, our lemonade glass. So let's go to this little wrench right here. Go to Canvas in the Actions menu, turn on Drawing Guide, say Edit Drawing Guide, and then go to Symmetry. And then we have all these little options down here for opacity and thickness and options. So opacity, these two don't really matter. You can just do whatever your preferences are. And for the options, make sure you tap on it and it says vertical, not anything else, but the vertical is checked. And then assisted drawing is turned on. And then the color can be black so we can see it, and then we can just tap done. Perfect. So now if we go to our layers, we can see that layer 3 is assisted. So now let's just grab white by just dragging it over here or double tapping. And then let's make our brush a bit bigger, 6%, or let's actually keep it at 5. And then we're going to start drawing our cup. So we're going to make this slanted circle like this. Or this is going to be the top of our cup. Perfect, that looks great. And then now let's make the actual body of the cup. So let's just draw a line like this. That's slightly tilted, just slightly, so it's not exactly straight. Just like this. Perfect. And then we can make it a bit shorter. So just right there. And then let's make a little slanted line at the bottom. Perfect. So now we have our actual cup. Now I want to fill our glass with some lemonade. But to do this, we're not going to fill it in with this exact shape. What we're going to do is use something called the reference tool. So we're going to tap on this layer, and you see all these options right here, and we're going to turn on the reference tool. And now we're going to go to this table layer, make a layer above it. So we have a layer underneath this outline layer, but above everything else. And we're going to grab this third color in the first row. And we're going to drag and drop it into these two spaces in our glass. So the purpose of this is that the lemonade and this glass part, it's not on the same layer as our actual outline, so we can just work on the inside of the glass. So now what we can do is we're going to make a new layer above this glass layer, and we're going to say Clipping Mask and Drawing Assist. And we're going to grab this color right here, the fourth color in the first row, and we're going to make, this is like the top part of our lemonade, the lighter part. So we're going to do the same shape we did for this upper part for our glass, like this. You might not be able to see it on camera, but you'll be able to see it once we add the darker part. So let's actually make it a bit more thin, so like this. And then we can go to this little arrow right here, go to distort, and we can make it a bit thinner, just like that. And then now let's make a layer underneath this. So it's still clippy masked, but it's below this lighter color. And let's grab the 5th color in the first row. And we can make the brush a bit bigger, and we're just gonna color in this right here. Oops, let's actually put this, oops, we were on layer 5, that's what I thought. So make sure you're on the layer below this lighter color. So now it can go below this so it doesn't overlap, and just fill in the rest of the space. Perfect. So now we got our lemonade right here that looks super nice in 3D, and then we can just merge these two together along with the glass. Perfect. Now let's work on the straw. So we're gonna make a layer above this, and we're gonna grab this color right here, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 color in the first row. And then I'm gonna make the brush a bit smaller. Let's go for 7%, 7 or 8%. And we're gonna make a line right about here. And this is like the part of the straw where we sip. So I'm going to go about here. And then let's just leave that. And then make a line coming down like this. Just like this, perfect. And then let's grab the eraser and just erase this extra bump right here on the straw. Perfect, now let's come down here. And we're gonna grab the eraser and make it a bit higher. And for the eraser, we can just go to painting and choose the round brush. And we're just gonna delete some of this part. Oh, and I also see there's some white here on this layer. So we can just come here and color that in. And go back to the straw layer. So now we polish off this bottom of the straw, taking away that round part. And now we're gonna make a layer beneath this straw layer, and we're gonna grab the 7th color in the first row. And then we're gonna do the same size, 7%, and we're gonna make a shape like this. So it comes like this, and then we're gonna erase the part that comes into this darker yellow lemonade part. I also see that this is also white. Just color that in. Come back over here. And then let's make this a bit more flat at the bottom. So like that. Perfect. So what we're doing is we're playing with the reflection that the straw is making in the water. So it's all just basically physics. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a layer beneath this part of the straw. And we're going to grab that 8th color in the first row. And we're going to go back to our 8% brush. And we're going to make... Let's go a bit lower. Okay, now we have to go a bit higher, like this. That's perfect. And we're gonna make another line that ends right about here. So perfect. Doesn't that look just how a real straw would look like going through lemonade? Because what we did is we changed the color, because when the straw goes into our lemonade, it would change color, right? It wouldn't be the exact same orangey color. So that's why this looks really good. And we can just keep it like this and then merge all the straw layers together. Perfect. So now we just gotta fix this over here. This looks weird because it's going underneath the glass. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our outline layer, turn off drawing assist, grab the eraser, and erase this part so the straw can come above. Perfect. So now it looks like the straw is going inside the glass and it looks really good. Okay, perfect. Now let's make the ice cubes in our drink to make it very cold. So we're going to make a new layer just above everything else, and we're going to choose this last color in the first row. And now we're going to do a little bit of shape drawing. So I'm going to be drawing a line like this. I'm going to make the brush a bit thinner, 3%. We're going to make a line like this, just a straight line. And then we're going to make a line like this coming out at an angle. And then another one like this. And then now we're going to go to this point and we're going to draw a line, tap and hold, and we're going to see if it's at the exact point. So it is. And we can let go of that just to make sure this is equal lengths of sides. And then I'm going to make this one slightly longer, and then it's going to come down like this. And then it's going to come like this at an angle and then connect back here. So now we made our very own shape right here. And then I'm going to turn off reference on our outline layer for our glass and then fill in this layer. And now we're going to grab pure white and we're going to draw the lines in our ice cube so it shows that it's like a geometric, it's a 3D shape and not so flat. So just like this, and then we can round in it like that. Perfect, just like this. And that looks like a very good ice cube. And then now we can duplicate it and have maybe about 3 of them. So we can go to the uniform tool and then move them around. Perfect. And now we're going to be using the opacity slider so we can merge all of these 3 ice cubes together. And we're going to go to this little N right here. And you see the slider right here that says opacity. We're going to go onto this side and we're going to lower the opacity just a bit. So let's go maybe, not so much. So let's go for maybe 80%, like this. And then now we're going to come in here, we're going to use this little S-shaped ribbon right here, and it's called the selection tool. And we're going to go to freehand, make sure add is turned on and color fill is not turned on. And we're going to grab this little part of the ice cube that's hovering over the straw, and we're going to select that, go back to our layers menu, and it's still selected. And we're going to go to the N, and we're going to lower it even more. So it shows that the straw is in the reflection. It's tiny, but it still adds so much to the painting. So now you can see it's a slightly different color here. If you can't see it in this, in my painting, you'll be able to see it in yours for sure. Okay, perfect. So now we got our ice cubes in here. Now I just want to add a base layer, not a base layer, but like the bottom of the cup. So let's make a layer above this drink layer. And then we're going to turn on clipping mask, and we don't have to turn on drawing assist. Actually, and then let's go to this N right here and select multiply so it darkened it, so it's like the base. And then we can just grab this yellow color. And then this is the bottom of the cup. Perfect. And then just merge it with that. Okay, now we've got our actual glass of lemonade complete with the straw and our ice cubes. Now I want to add a little decoration onto our glass. It's a little lemon slice. So I'm going to make a layer above our lemonade layer and below the actual outline. And I'm going to choose this first color in the second row. And then the size I think is good, yeah, 9%. I'm just going to make a circle and then tap with one finger to get the perfect circle. And then we can just play around with the shape, not make it too big. I think that's a good size. And then now this is our lemon slice right here. So what I also want to do is, this part is too thick. This is going to be the outer layering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the eraser and then just make a circle like this. So this is really good if you want to cut out some parts. Perfect, that looks great. Okay, so now we got our lemon slice right here. I want to make it just a bit smaller. You can just select it with the arrow and just move it. Perfect, that looks great. Okay, so now I want to fill this in with the second color in the second row. We're just going to drop it in there just like that. And then now I want to make another layer above that and grab this color right here. This is the third color in the second row. And then we're going to make the brush a bit smaller, and this is the pulps of our lemon. I think that's how you say it, or what these are called. So we're just going to do it like that, and then we're going to just keep duplicating them and turning them so it looks like it's a lemon slice. So we can turn this one and move it over here. Duplicate it again. Oops. Just like this. Perfect, just like that. So now we got 5 of these lemon pulps. And I also want to take a little darker color like that and add these little seeds in between them, like this. Just like that. Just some little seeds, just to make it look like it's not the perfect lemon. Just like that, perfect. And then now we can just merge all of this together. Okay, now you can see this lemon looks like it's behind our glass and it looks like it's floating. So what we're gonna do to change that is we're gonna be going to our outline layer, this white layer, and we're gonna erase this top part of the glass, but not this bottom part. We're just gonna go like this. So now it looks like our lemon is perfectly in front of this top part, but behind this bottom part. So now it looks like it's right on it. Perfect, this is looking very good now. So we're done with our glass of lemonade. So now I just wanna go to our lemon slices. So let's make a layer above everything else. Literally just make a new layer, go to our white outline and just make a new layer above all of that. And I want to start with a lemon that's over here in front of our glass. So I'm going to choose this first color in the second row. Make our size a bit bigger, 5%. That's good. And then make a little shape. It's not a perfect circle, it's kind of like an ellipse. Like this. Perfect. And let's fill it in with the second color in the second row. And then now I want to make a layer beneath this and then grab this fourth color in the second row. And this is going to be the outer shell of our lemon. So we're going to make a little line like this coming out of it as well as the bottom. And then a little bump like this. So it's that bump that's on the ends of the lemon. So it's sitting on one half of this. Let's just color that in. Perfect. Now we can do the pulps as well. Let's make a new layer for that. Grab the third color in the second row. And then for this one, we can also duplicate it using this green line right here. Just keep duplicating it, and you can fit as many as you can, however many, and you can slightly make it smaller, some of them. Just like this. Perfect. Let's move this one a bit more. Perfect, that looks great. And then we can just merge all of that together. So now we're done with that one. Then let's make another lemon, so it's an actual slice, like, let me show you. So we can go to this first color in the second row. And we're gonna make like a smiley face kind of shape. So like this. Just like this. And let's make a layer beneath that. Grab the second color in the second row and fill in the space. Perfect, just like that. And then we can kind of come in here and erase some of this, just to make it look like the top is perfectly cut and straight. Basically what we're doing is we're just refining it. Perfect, so now we got this white part in. So let's do the same thing with the pulp. So third color in the second row. And then for these, we can just draw them ourselves. Let's put one right in the center. And then another one over here, another one over there, and then a tiny one at the edges. Perfect, so now we got our actual lemon slice. And we can merge all it together. And I want to move this one a bit. Let's put it right here, make it a bit smaller, and then we can tilt it just a bit. And then I want to add another one right here. Let's put it right there. Perfect. And then let's take away this line right here, the symmetry line, because it's kind of annoying me. So we can just go to the wrench right here, and then just go to Canvas in the Actions menu and just turn off the drawing guide. Perfect. Okay, now I want to merge all of this together, just like that. And then I also forgot something here. I want to add a little, like the bendy part, because this is a bendy straw. So I just want to make a new layer above all of this. Grab this color right here. Let's grab a darker color to that. And say clipping mask. And just add this bendy part of the straw. So it starts close together and then they come out. Perfect, that looks so much better. And let's just merge all that together. Okay, so now I just have to do one last thing, which is adding the shadows. So we're gonna go to our pink table over here, make a new layer above that, go to this little N, scroll up to multiply, and say clipping mask. And we're gonna tap and hold our finger to get this pink. We can make our brush 10%, and we're just gonna add this shadow, just like this. Make a shadow for this lemon. Right there. Also this lemon. And then why I'm putting these lines that come out is because this is the shadow of the glass. Because let's say the sun is over here. So or the sun is over here. So it's casting a shadow that comes this way that the glass is making. So like this. And then let's make a shadow over here. Just like that. And then if you want, we can blur it just a little bit. So by going to this magic wand and tapping Gaussian blur, and let's just go for like 3% or even 2. I think let's do 2%, just like that. And we can tap the magic wand to get out of it. And then we can push these two together, the table and the shadow layer. And then I'm just gonna leave layers like this in case I want to come back and change something. And there you have it. Your lemonade masterpiece is complete. I really hope you had such a fun time drawing this with me because you guys did such an amazing job at drawing this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to check out our t-shirt designs, link below. It really helps support our channel and keeps the creativity flowing. Until next time, keep creating and stay cool. Bye!